Alright. Pay attention everyone. Take your notes. Last bench, don't talk. Remove those China ones. Remove those bags. Yes, remove it. Don't use mobiles. Take your notes and get ready. That's it. Shall I start? Yes. Yes. Alright. Do you want story or class? Oh, see, class story. Anyway, I will take a class in storytelling. So don't worry. So there is one interesting story today. So obviously I will discuss about AYUSH. So before AYUSH I want to discuss some important things. Listen. So there are two types of medicine. One was scientific and evidence-based medicine, right? The actual scientific approach, that is MBBS or English medicine we are saying. And second one is traditional medicine. That is not scientifically proven. Traditional medicine is not scientifically proven. Okay. Can you give any one example of traditional medicine? Any idea? Ayurveda, right? So what comes first when you say Ayurveda? About plants, right? Plants based medicine. So tell me one thing clearly. If you get an actual problem, a heart attack, are you going to an English doctor or an Ayurvedic specialist? English doctor, right? And when we are going to an actual doctor, and the doctor will do what? He will start evidence-based practice. Means what? First he will check our signs and symptoms, then he will investigate with some lab tests. So based on lab test report, he will go for treatment, right? So this is called evidence-based. So we got an issue was tallied with a report. Upon getting a report, we have started giving a treatment to the patient. This is the actual approach. So in India, we have a medical council taking care of entire medicine, medical research. But in India still we don't have a ministry or a council for paramedical courses. So all paramedical courses are scientifically based medicine. Okay, like medical and technology, right? Optometry, biotechnology. Biotechnology has its own council, but MLT, I was concerned with MLT a lot because I am MLTian. So there is no medical council, paramedical council in India. A very, very saddest thing, but still, India has managed to get a council. You know what is this council called as? Pseudoscience Council. You know what is the pseudoscience when I say? AYUSH. AYUSH is not a scientifically proven methods, but still, today we have an AYUSH council in India, but not paramedical council in India. That is very sad. Things should be changed, and actually we got a paramedical act recently, and maybe within 2 years we will be proper norms to stand with paramedical courses. Anyway, things are positive currently. I'm not criticizing this one, but still, in 2015, I guess 17, we got a AYUSH council in India. An entire ministry, not even council. Okay? Just like a Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, there is a ministry. Okay, enough, pay attention. On to my class. I don't want to anyway, we have their own ministry.
But the webinars
class wise,
international one, like how they are doing.
Enough, don't talk. Last bench, don't talk. See, they are talking and don't talk. Yes, last bench, you, Mr. Sahib, right? No, loudly. Quiet. See, now Psychiatry became my favorite because he got less marks. I thought he's good. Anyway, for listen, a very interesting story. The story goes like this. So there is a, okay, what is your belief or your faith on AYUSH? Will it really work out? What is your opinion on AYUSH? Yes? 50-50. Or do we really need to bother about AYUSH? What is your opinion on that? Is there any chances that AYUSH can change the world? Change the nation? Yes, someone saying so. Someone are still proactive and have faith. Anyway, we'll see. Whether AYUSH justifying or not, we'll see in this story. So, very interesting. So, everyone knows these two culprits. So, what are these two? Anopheles and Aedes. What they will cause? Very good. They will cause malaria actually, right? So, very, very dangerous. Malaria is one of the deadliest diseases that killed more people than combining both World War I and II. So malaria is one of the deadliest diseases and celebrity parasite, we already know. So need not to say much, children are much affected, there will be severe fever and there will be, if there is no right treatment at right time, the chances of death is high with malaria, right? Very painful death. So what happened was, in China, so we already have an English medicine for malaria, that is chloroquinines. Chloroquinines are a group of drugs that are very good at killing parasites, okay? The fancy parasites, plasmodium parasite, okay? So, but now we got a challenge from the malaria. The challenge was, malaria started resistance, developing resistance against these chloroquinines. That means, initially when I am giving chloroquine, the patient recovering, but eventually when I am giving same drug, same tablet, patient not recovering. Patient started showing resistance to the tablet, and that is a very painful thing and more dangerous thing because I can't treat my patients now. And this is the challenge in these days. At this time, there is a small girl, her name was Yoyo, very interesting lady. Okay, her name was Yoyo. I am writing here. She is a Chinese candidate. Yoyo. So what our Yoyo did? So, since childhood onwards, she was interested in medicine, especially during her 14th year. Unfortunately, she got tuberculosis. So, she was struggled a lot with tuberculosis for 2 years. She was almost died due to tuberculosis. After her 2 years struggle with TB, she has decided to study medicine. But the problem was, she don't have money to study the medicine. Okay, so still she opted a medical college in China, and what she did was very interesting things. She opted something called Chinese traditional medicine. She studied pharmacy, by the way. She know how to do these drug extractions, and she focused on Chinese medicine. The problem was this country prime minister or president, he has ordered that everyone must study traditional medicine, not English. Don't rely on foreign country, okay? Because China is becoming supremacist and they don't want English in other countries. Yeah. So there is no other option rather than studying traditional medicine. Now imagine this is the time where Yoyo need to decide whether she need to go to abroad to study actual medicine or to stick with her country with patriotism, studying traditional medicine, following her Chinese tradition. So she has done this with a passion. She started understanding this one, acupuncture. Then something really interesting things started. Globally, there is a problem with malaria. She started working on understanding malaria. She took all the Chinese books and she's studying all these books. Okay. Then she came up with something. I will show you. Many books stated that this particular plant, this is for Artemisia, something. Artemisia. So many books stated that extract from this plant, given to the malaria patients and they are recovering. There is no scientific proven approach, but just taking this medicine, you are showing relief from the malaria symptoms. So she started working on this plant and she has some pharmacy knowledge. So she started extracting the actual component that is responsible, and that molecule is called as artemisinin. Okay, the same plant drug. Believe it or not, she is the first scientist from the China with no PhD, no MBBS degree, no practicing medicine. She is just a traditional medicine practitioner, just like a normal people who is sitting on the road with some bunch of fruits, plants. So what happened is really interesting. Can you guess what happened? She has saved 250 million people in China. So she has identified the treatment to the malaria, and she is not a doctor. So the world has recognized her research, and the highest prize a scientist can get is always Nobel Prize, right? So the Nobel Prize has been awarded to Yoyo in the field of medicine and physiology for the contributions in malaria research. So she is the one who is receiving Nobel Prize for her artemisinin treatment for malaria, this drug treatment. So she is a Yoyo, and yes. So this is the Nobel Prize, Nobel website description. So Yoyo turned into a Chinese medical test that she has saved millions of lives. She isolated the ingredient she believed to work, and that is the artemisinin. And Nobel Prize has given, and she is the first China mainline scientist with no medical degree to get a Nobel Prize. A big achievement, right? So yes, Yoyo is a shining light to show the significance of AYUSH. So Yoyo has changed the world with a traditional medicine. So yes, traditional medicine might have some roots or some possible solutions for real world problems. So we can't discard AYUSH. There still might be some area need to be explored, need to be researched, and need to be, re-studied scripts. There might be some answers there. So yeah, next time if you see someone purchasing these things, never underestimate them. They might become next Nobel laureate. You can't guess. So yes, AYUSH plays a vital role. So with this I can start my lecture, right? Yeah. So what is AYUSH? Let us see. Yes, any doubts? You want to become next Nobel laureate? Yeah. So India has established its own Ministry of AYUSH very recently, 2014 and recently. And so AYUSH stands for Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, and Homeopathy. So yes, still there are some research need to be done. It's not yet standardized, but yes, there is some hope in this particular branch. So first, let us see what is Ayurveda. So this is one of the old script. So Ayurveda stands for Ayush, life, and Veda, science. So the science of life. That is the literal meaning of Ayurveda. So what they are trying to do was, let us see. More than these things, I like Hippocrates, one of the oldest father of medicine. So what Hippocrates used to say was, Hippocrates used to say about humus. What is the meaning of humus? Humus means body fluids. He said 4 important body fluids. Just by these 4 fluids, we can guess the disease of a patient. So he decided the samples, and these 4 samples are sputum, phlegm or sputum, expectorate from the then sputum, then next one blood, and he said 2 biles, black bile and yellow bile.
Feeling cold.
Sorry. dark, black bile. If you expectorate something else from the scrotum other than saliva, then it indicates some issue with the respiratory system. So yes, that is called as a Hippocrates system, and that is in today's science it is called as
Yes, I love find out.
Siddha. The principle of Siddha is based on Hippocrates actually. The four humors. Okay. Then similarly, in Ayurveda, what they are saying was, they are saying these four terms, they are dosha, dhatu, mala and agni, that means temperature. So what is this dosha means? Comprising of vata, pitta and kapha. So, these terms Indians most, but I don't know how to convey to internationals. The meaning of vata means sometimes you will feel throat uneasiness, right? So that is called as vata in one way. Okay. Yes. Next one, pitta. What to say pitta? Can you guide me? Vata, pitta. Can anyone help me? Pitta means not father. Yes, Indians. Water. Pitta. Vata, pitta, right? Anyway, leave it. Last one is kapha. Kapha means something that you are coughing, right? So, Ayurveda simply they are trying to say a good life. If your lifestyle was good, you can escape from these four bad signs. If you get any one of this sign, that indicates you are ill. So it is not focusing on treatment, rather than it is focusing on having a healthy lifestyle. If you want to be healthy, don't catch these things. How you won't catch these things? You should have a healthy lifestyle. Waking up in the morning, doing yoga, breathing exercise, aerobics, eating the right food at right quantity at right time, sleeping at right time, waking up, doing exercise. So yeah, Ayurveda more focusing on lifestyle, okay? Sorry. Actually, I was hospitalized for 2 days. So I was doing last Sunday. Yeah, that is all about Ayurveda. You got some idea, right? When you read, you can understand. Next one is yoga. So the concept of yoga you already know. Everyone knows. So all these are originated from India. Keep in mind. So India has some interesting roots. I don't think they are so impactful, but okay, we have some roots. Yoga. So what is yoga? You already know it's a type of aerobics exercises, breathing. So yoga was broadly categorized into 4 types. Karma yoga, that means body yoga. Then Jnana yoga, mindset. Okay. Then bhakti yoga with devotion, and kriya yoga, something that is related to energy. I don't know what is kriya yoga. Maybe they are trying to say extraordinary energy coming into body through yoga. Yeah. So these are the 4 concepts of yoga. Okay. See, one thing I can say very clearly. I'm an atheist, by the way. I don't believe in any God. That doesn't mean I don't have any right principles. For example, once upon a time, one of the students, when I say atheist, she asked me a question. So how you will get peace? Right? That is a very interesting question. Yeah, I will get peace when I am listening music. If I feel too stressed out, I will listen music, or I will cut off from the world and I will go to anywhere. Right? I will take my bike, I will go to city outskirts, and I will relax there. So seeing, trees or countryside, that is very good. Or do some yoga first. Yoga is not a faith, it's just a physical relaxation, a mind and body relaxation. So yes, there are some, see at the end of the day, in this busy world, we need some mental peace, and that can be achieved by yoga. Right? It will give that personal space, waking up in the morning, sitting on a terrace and taking deep breaths, will literally revitalize the body's energy. So yes, yoga had its own significance to have a mental peace of mind. Yeah, next one. Unagi. What is this unagi? So simply this is a medical practice by using essential mineral oils. So some aromatic oils will be used for treating the patient. So this is the science of oils. Okay, yeah, that is called unagi. I don't want to read these things. Shall I read it? It will be boring, right? You can read by yourself after you are going home. So yeah, unagi. This is not India's actually. It's a Greek and Arabs. They brought India to India, and in India it was more become famous. So the concept is same. Again, these four things, four humors, as Hippocrates say. Right? What are the four humors? Red, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. So Unani is based on Hippocrates' medicine only actually. And the last of final Siddha. So what is this Siddha? Even I don't know what exactly is Siddha. Any idea for you, Indians? What is this Siddha means? Let me see then. Siddha system is one of the oldest system of medicine in India, largely therapeutic nature, like Ayurveda. It believes in objects in the universe. Food, taking food and drugs. Oh, yeah, see, now we got our famous words. What are those? Earth, fire, air and sky. So, 5 elements. So, they are saying if you keep these 5 elements clean, you will be clean. So, your earth, that means your surrounding should be clean, your water should be clean, your fire, okay, keeping a fire pit will remove the bad air, and your air should be clean, and your sky. I don't know why sky came in this story. How sky will give us help? Any idea? How sky associated with health? I need to study this. Yeah, and last and final most controversial thing, that is homeopathy. Do you know what is the concept of homeopathy? Listen, there is a actual scientist. His name was Paul Ehrlich. He has developed something called a magic bullet or a serotherapy, a type of antibody-mediated treatment to the patient. Okay, a serotherapy. So what there is one more scientist, I like him, Edward Jenner and Louis Pasteur. I will tell what Edward Jenner did, very interesting. So Edward Jenner, you already know, right? So what Jenner did and Louis Pasteur, they both are friends, okay, colleagues. So how to start and how to explain it? Listen, about cowpox and smallpox. Cow and smallpox. Listen, this smallpox became one of the deadliest diseases. It became a global pandemic at one particular time. So, during this time, our Louis Pasteur started doing a small pilot study on the population. He started asking everyone, do you want a cowpox, do you want cowpox? And what he observed was, there are, in one particular village, they have smallpox, but not to all. Some people not getting smallpox. So he was surprised, and he asked them, why you didn't get smallpox? What is your profession? They say, whomsoever didn't get smallpox, they all are milkmaids. They are, selling milk. Then they ask one more question. Is your cattle okay? Is your cow fine? And they are saying one interesting answer. The answer was, they are healthy, but their cow was sick. Their cow got some problem. It udder, cow milk area, okay? It has some infection. If it has an infection, they are catching the same area, then they must get an infection, right? But interestingly, they are not getting smallpox. So, our Louis Pasteur became very interested in this phenomenon, and he asked Edward Jenner to investigate. So what Edward Jenner thought was, maybe this cowpox virus giving immunity to these milkmaids. So what they did was very interesting. They took a part of cowpox, they took part of the cow wound, and they injected this wound to a normal people. And miraculously, these people were not getting smallpox. And that became, you know what is the meaning of cow in Latin? It is called as vacca, vaxa. And now the word came, from cow, vaccine. Okay, so vaccine came from studying cowpox actually. Okay. Then Louis Pasteur took the concept of cowpox and smallpox. Then he did another challenging work. He saw rabies infected people. So he took a part of rabies infection and he injected rabies to normal people. And miraculously they are recovering. So that is the concept of vaccine. Like cures like. Like cures like. If something causing disease, the same thing can treat us. That is the concept of vaccine. You are giving same antigen to the body and body will develop antibodies, developing resistance. Like cures likes. The same concept has been taken to the extreme level by a scientist who is the father of homeopathy. So what he did was, if you are getting malaria, he's taking malaria parasite, he's diluting it to 10,000 times and he is giving the diluted sample of malaria as a treatment, as a tablet. So that is the concept of homeotherapy, and there is no proven, scientifically proven concept of homeotherapy. It's just, that's it. Of course. There is no scientifically proven, but homeopathy people think it will, treat us. It won't. Keep in mind. There is zero Nobel Prize from homeopathy. There is zero Nobel Prize from Unani. There is zero Nobel Prize from Siddha, Yoga and Ayurveda. Zero, literally zero. Okay. Maybe in future we might get a Nobel Prize, but right now they are still non-Nobel domains. Okay. So don't have trust on them. It's okay to have a side effect with paracetamol rather than dying with a so-called doctor from them. Right? All these people advocate that English medicine will cause side effects. But at least we are survived by side effects, okay? They can't take us, keep in mind. If we get a heart attack, an aspirin can help us, not a lemon juice. Right? Yeah. Thank you so much. This is all about AYUSH. You just try to understand the concept. Don't, after reading it, don't get admired to it. I want to tell it again and again, okay? Don't get your admiration to AYUSH rather than just read them and understand what is that. That's it. Thank you very much. Let me take attendance.
So what will that?
I don't want to misguide you with them. That's why.